Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justin. I've got another great episode in store for you today. I've got a huge announcement. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to tune in. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford Podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford Podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today. I hope you've been doing great since our last episode. If you're loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. We always love to hear from you. If you haven't followed me yet on social media, you can at The Official Justin Ford. Again, at The Official Justin Ford. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and also here on YouTube. I got another great episode in store for you today. But before we get into that, I do want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they live next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined loan experience, helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. Next Door Lending is currently licensed in over 26 states and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. And so whether you're looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Got an exciting announcement to make. For those of you guys that know that I have been a real estate coach for the last 7 years. Back in 2019, I joined the GloverU agency, GloverU Coaching, and had the opportunity, what an incredible 7 years that I had with the GloverU team. People that I absolutely love, and had the privilege of coaching and training over 1,000 real estate agents all across North America on really my specialty, and that's teaching real estate agents how to prospect, how to lead generate, how to go out there and find new opportunities and new business. And I'd say it was probably about a year ago, maybe even a little longer than a year ago, the Lord told me that my assignment was coming to an end, and that I needed to prepare for that. And it was very difficult because I absolutely love everybody over at GloverU. I love all the people and the relationships that I've had the opportunity to meet over the last 7 years. Me and Joy have just had incredible memories and opportunities through the organization. You know, we had the opportunity to travel all over the country and speak to real estate agents, literally from the East Coast to the West Coast, the North to the South, and have built thousands of relationships with so many incredible people. Had the opportunity to be the keynote multiple times through GloverU, two conferences that they do every year. Had the opportunity to really learn from some of the absolute best in the industry, especially Jeff Glover. And it was just an incredible time. Had the opportunity to start the prayer circle at the events, the summit and the retreat, where we saw thousands of people come through the prayer circle, hundreds of people give their life to Jesus. Testimonies, miracles, prayers answered, you name it. Just an incredible ride. And I knew that I was there because God had told me to go there. You know, one of the things that Joy and I do is we really pray and ask the Lord, what we should do and when we should do it and how we should do it. And I remember, back in 2019, when Jeff offered me the opportunity to become a coach through GloverU, it was a no-brainer. I had already, worked with Jeff as a real estate agent for 3 years. I was his number one agent while I was there for those 3 years. So the 100 homes, my first year in the business, was his top producer of the year and rookie of the year. No one had ever done that. I became a part of his leadership council. I became his inside sales manager. I was on TV commercials and really just had an incredible 3-year run on his team. It's how I learned real estate. And I'm so grateful, for that 3 years. Then in 2016, went out on my own to sell real estate, have my own company, do my own business. And then in 2019, again, got offered the opportunity to become a coach at GloverU. And it was interesting is I didn't just start as a coach. I was actually a client. I hired my first real estate coach, Kate Simon, who is still a coach of mine today, 7 years later. And, God really used Kate and GloverU to take me to a whole nother level. And I'm so super grateful for that. But I also know that nothing really lasts forever. And from time to time, God moves us into a place, has us there for a reason and for a season, and then tells us when time is up because it's time to move to the next assignment and to the next season. And about a year ago, God began to speak to me a little over a year ago and say, my assignment was coming to an end. And I remember in January, this past January, being in Phoenix at the summit. I knew that the Lord told me it was done. And I knew that when I got home from that retreat, I'm sorry, from that summit in January, that I was going to be scheduling a time to talk with Jeff and just let him know that my time was up and that God was moving me on. And I remember crying the whole plane ride home because it didn't make sense to me because God didn't give me the next step or the next reason or season of what he was doing. He just said, your assignment is complete. And I remember how hard that was because it didn't make sense naturally to walk away from that. Being able to impact people for Christ, and do the prayer circle, speaking on stages, traveling, coaching, making really good money, being a part of a great organization, having influence, being a leader, all the things that would just make you ask, well, why would you walk away from this, right? But when God speaks, obedience is better than sacrifice. And when God tells us something, even when he doesn't give us the reason why, it's our choice to obey. And I know the voice of God, and I know when God's moving me into something or leading me into something. And sometimes the answers or the evidence or the open door is not always there. But what God, a lot of times, and most of the time, all the time, is really looking for our obedience. And so after I got home in January, I had a sit down conversation with Jeff and just let him know how grateful I was for him, for the organization, and that God just told me my assignment was done. And then, for a period of time, we really tried to see if there was a way we could work together in another fashion. And I was open to that because I'm always open to whatever God wants to do because God just said your assignment is done. So I'm thinking maybe there's another assignment. But then God made it really clear that no, my assignment at GloverU was done. And I'm so honored that Jeff gave me an opportunity back in June to do one final keynote, opened the GloverU retreat up in Traverse City and had the opportunity to do the Live Unreal formula. If you've been, you know exactly what it is, and really do one final, keynote and really just share a message on trust the process, which is here on my bracelet. It's also a chapter in my book right there. For those of you guys that didn't know, I wrote a book. I wrote a book a handful of years ago called Unleashed: 7 Key Principles to Breaking Free and Breaking Through. And one of those key principles is trusting the process. And that's what I spoke about. And I remember, Jeff came on stage and we just shared that I was moving on, and my assignment was done. And even then, I didn't really even have clarity on, what that even looked like. I just knew that I needed to be obedient and take a step. And what's interesting is right after I had taken that step of obedience, God began to really show me how, you know, He wants me to create a coaching platform that is focused around prospecting, which is my gift and my strength, my superpower in real estate, teaching agents how to generate business, create opportunities, prospect, but being able to wrap the kingdom component into it. And he gave me the name Bulletproof Prospecting System, also known as BPS Coaching. And what's crazy is he began to just download all of this stuff to me. Uh, because for those of you guys that don't know, I've struggled along the way with my business identity, let's say, is prospecting, even though I'm really good at it, even though like God has gifted me in it. There's a part of me that wanted to kind of walk away from that because there was almost a part of me that felt like, I don't want to be just known as the prospecting guy. And the Lord began to show me, like, no, 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 this is a gift that I've given you, and you're really good at it. And you need to help other people with this. And, again, I did the prospecting boot camp through GloverU, and I helped thousands of, over 1,000 people with that. But man, when God speaks, it's our decision and our choice whether we're going to obey him or not. And here's how I knew like that this was definitely God is because a few days later after leaving the conference, the GloverU conference, I got a call from one of the top real estate teams, not only in Michigan, but in the country, here locally in Michigan. And his name is Mark Z. And Mark asked if I could come coach and train his team on prospecting. And I said, absolutely. I said, I would be honored to, I would love to. And this was just a sign that God was saying, Justin, I'm definitely leading you into this because my desire and my goals or aspirations has never been to like have a real estate coaching company um, or to create my own thing. It's just never been like a desire of mine. But when God speaks and God leads, it's our choice to obey Him. We don't have to. He doesn't require us to. He doesn't force us to. But what's interesting is I've been doing these Instagram videos. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, especially if you're in real estate. And I do these objection handling videos. And over the since last October, I've probably had 6, 7+ million views from all over the world on these Instagram reels. And I'm constantly getting people reaching out to me from all over the world asking me, do you have scripts? Do you have coaching? Do you have training? Your videos are helping me. Even this morning, I got a reply on one of my videos from this guy. Gosh, I don't even know. I don't even know where he's at, but this is exactly what he said. He said, here it is. He said, I've been following your scripts for quite a few weeks now, and it's helping me, and I've got a lot of leads. And so I realized that God's given me a gift and a skill that I can help other people with. There's people out there that are struggling in this business and trying to, be successful and trying to create opportunities. And here I am with this skill and this gift that I could either sit on and do nothing with or be able to help other people with. And so I'm excited to announce that I've officially started Bulletproof Prospecting System, also known as BPS Coaching, to offer opportunities to help real estate agents, to help teams learn how to prospect and generate listing opportunities. And it's not even built out yet. This is crazy because it's not even like officially built out yet. But I initially thought about having a digital product where someone could, purchase a digital program, go through some modules and learn some things about prospecting, which I definitely plan on doing. But then Mark's team hires me and brings me in office. I go to his office once a week for 1 hour, and I'm doing a 12-week training on all things prospecting. And I've got people reaching out to me, somebody yesterday, somebody today that I have a call with that are like, do you offer coaching? And for the longest time, I said no, because when I was with GloverU, I didn't do one-on-one coaching. I strictly did prospecting boot camp. And I can't even tell you all the people who reached out to me while I was at GloverU and asked me if I'd coach them on the side, or you just named the price, Justin. And I never took a coaching client. I never took somebody on outside of GloverU from the sake of integrity and doing the right thing. I never tried to, do anything under the table or on the side because I was so grateful for the opportunity that Jeff and GloverU gave me. But as I've stepped away, man, my phone's been ringing. People have been reaching out, and I realized that this isn't something that I had this desire or this idea. It's definitely straight from God, and so I'm going to pursue it because it's God's plan. And so again, excited to announce that BPS Coaching, the Bulletproof Prospecting System, is official. So we're going to be doing a group coaching program, which I don't have that ready yet, but it's coming soon. We're going to be doing that digital, product where you'll be able to purchase different, aspects of the program and the modules online coming soon. I'm also going to have what we call the vault. The vault will be where agents will have access to all of my my appointment recording. So every time I set a listing appointment, just set one yesterday, I record the call and I put it in the vault. It goes right in the vault and I save it so that I can have access to all of those for people to be able to listen to my calls and to be able to hear how I prospect and how I overcome objections. And again, I've never really wanted to do one-on-one coaching just because I tried that for a while. And there was a handful of people that I did one-on-one coaching with through GloverU. And you know, a lot of times you'd coach, you'd train, you'd teach, you'd give recommendations, you'd lead someone down a path, and they just wouldn't do those things. So I stopped doing it because I couldn't. I personally wasn't finding fulfillment in coaching someone just for the sake of money if they weren't doing their part, right? Like I find fulfillment in helping somebody be successful, not just okay, you're paying me and I'm just showing up on this call every week. But I will be offering one-on-one coaching for select people. It's going to be a higher dollar monthly cost, but it's going to be qualifying people. I'm not going to just take on, any person. It's going to have to be a very specific person, and the person is going to have to really have the potential, which everybody does have the potential, but it has to be something so high level that if I take somebody on to coach them, that it's not so much about the money. It's definitely going to be about, is this person going to do the things necessary to be successful? Because my time is so valuable. As a matter of fact, it'll be more valuable than what I charge for coaching. But for the right person and the right price, I will definitely take on one-on-one clients, but it's not going to be just anybody and everybody. So with that said, wanted to make that announcement today publicly. Super excited. The only thing that I have in place right now really is if you're a team or a brokerage and you want somebody to come in and coach and train your agents at a high level to be successful, to be able to set appointments and go take listings, I'm your guy. Reach out to me. My personal cell phone number is 313-400-5491. Or you can email me. Working on setting up the website and the email. Again, this is all brand new, but you can email me at justin@justinfordteam.com, or you can find me on Instagram or Facebook and shoot me a DM. Would love to talk to you about what I can do to help your team, and we can customize it. We can create something that works for you and your team. If you're the individual that I'm referring to, you're a real estate agent, you're willing to make a commitment, to yourself, from a investment standpoint, but also a time standpoint. You feel like you are an individual that could really learn from me on how to go to the next level. I would love to be able to have a conversation with you and explore and see what that looks like. And if you're locally here in Michigan and you want to really take your business to the next level, maybe you're a solo agent, maybe you're currently on a team, but you're looking, for something new, I'd love to talk to you about joining the Justin Ford real estate team. We're growing exponentially. We have a brand new agent who just joined the team about a month ago. This kid has no real estate experience, just got licensed. He's literally set 25 appointments in the last 30 days. 25, brand new, no experience in real estate, just set 6 appointments on Tuesday. Why? Because he's hungry, he's motivated, and he's following the process that we teach. And so if there's any one of those areas that spark your interest, let me know. Group coaching coming soon, digital product coming soon. If you want more information on that, let me know. Super excited about it. BPS Coaching, Bulletproof Prospecting System. We're going to teach expireds, FSBOs, circle prospecting, how to own your neighborhood or your local city, social media, personality styles, mindset. Mindset is the biggest one. Skills, everything that you need to be successful, I've got for you. And so let me know if you're interested, and I would love to have that conversation with you. That's it. Super excited about this next journey. We've got some amazing things coming down the pipeline. I had a meeting yesterday that I can't disclose, but some high level stuff coming that's going to change the game and change, I believe, real estate coaching, especially through prospecting, that nobody else is doing. And I can't wait to reveal that and share that in the near future. So feel free to reach out to me again, 313-400-5491, justin@justinfordteam.com. and let's have a conversation. Or you can shoot me a DM on social media. You can find me at the official Justin Ford. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in today. Feel free to share this with a real estate agent that you know, or a team or a broker that you know that could use the services that I've talked about today. Before we wrap up today, I do want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is not just our official sponsor of the show here. They're our mortgage lender at the Justin Ford Real Estate Team. Over, 1,000 five-star reviews, a perfect A+ Better Business Bureau rating. And so if you're a buyer looking to get pre-approved and purchase a home this year, call my friends over at Next Door Lending. If you are an existing homeowner looking to refinance, maybe take some cash out, lower your interest rate, call my friends over at Next Door Lending. If you're a real estate professional looking to partner with a great mortgage lender, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Two things I always love to leave you with. Number one, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number two, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.